So hello to the new people logging in. We're just going to give everyone a few more minutes. We have a lot of different schools with us today, so welcome everybody.
Does anyone know what I need to do? Okay, do you know how to do that?
Hello everybody. We're just going to give it another minute or two. We have more people logging in. Really happy to see you today. Okay. Hi everybody. Just a few more minutes as we continue to let people in from our waiting room, and we will get started very shortly. Okay, hello everybody. It looks like we have a really good group here today. We have several different schools joining us, so welcome. My name is Mrs. Shields, and I'm the Marketing and Recruitment Coordinator for the Eastern Center for Arts and Technology, and I'm joined today with 5 current Eastern students. And at the end of the presentation, they're going to share their experiences, why they chose the program, what they like about the program with you. Okay, it looks like we might just have a few more people coming in. Hello, Jenkintown. Hello, Sandy Run. Good to see everybody. All right, so it's 9:23, so I think we will get things started. So again, my name is Mrs. Shields, and I'm really happy that you guys were able to join us today to learn more about our school. We are the Career and Technical High School for 11th and 12th grade students in Eastern Montgomery County. So what's so nice about that is that you get to meet students from all over the area that share the same interests as you. So we not only have students from, Upper Dublin, we have Hatboro Horsham. Sorry about that. We had a few more people joining. So one of the great points about Eastern is that you get to meet students from all over Eastern Montgomery County. So if you have just always grown up, you've lived in your school district, your whole life, this gives you an opportunity to branch out and meet new people that share your interests from, Jenkintown, Hatboro Horsham, Upper Dublin, Springfield, Upper Moreland, Lower Moreland, Hatboro Horsham. There's schools all over the area, as well as some of the Catholic schools like Archbishop Wood. So it really does give you a nice opportunity to branch out, make new friends that share your interests. So before we get started into the presentation, I have a quick video to share with you.
Allied Health. Be sure a career in the healthcare field is for you and earn college credit along the way. Automotive Technology. Get a head start in the automotive field. Business and Technology Professional. The Business and Technology Professional program will prepare students for college or a career in a fast-paced office environment. Collision Repair Technology. You'll meet the industry standards needed to be a success in the field. Commercial Art. You'll develop your own portfolio. Construction Technology. Get satisfaction from building projects and working with current materials used in the field. Cosmetology. Save over $10,000 by taking this program in high school. Culinary Arts. Build your culinary skills and techniques at Eastern while earning college credit. Electrical Technology. Our training will provide the essential hands-on and safety skills that a student needs to pursue a rewarding career in the electrical construction industry. Exercise Science and Rehabilitation. Turn your love of exercise, training, and wellness into an exciting and lucrative career. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Who doesn't need heat and air conditioning? Networking and cybersecurity. Get a head start learning more about lucrative networking and cybersecurity career paths at Eastern. Protective Services. You'll earn several certifications to give you a head start on careers in this field. Robotics and Automated Technology. Are you inspired by innovation and new technology? Veterinary Science provides the opportunity to pursue a career in the animal care industry. Welding Technology. Good welders make good money.
Okay, so as I mentioned, we are part of the 9 school districts in Eastern Montgomery County. So we're sort of like the career and technical wing of your school, just located across the street from Upper Moreland High School in Turwood Road. And our programs are for juniors and seniors in high school. So you guys have plenty of time to think about it, kind of get your career goals in mind, and we may be a good option for you when you are in high school. So our programs are half day, 2 hours and 45 minutes every day, Monday through Friday, of professional development, getting you ready for a specific career or college or both. We offer 16 different programs of study. All of our programs are 2 years in length. So you would pick one program for 2 years, your junior and your senior year. There is one exception to that rule, and that is our Allied Health program. Allied Health is a 1-year seniors only program for those students interested in a healthcare career field. Maybe you want to go for pre-med in college, maybe nursing, maybe some type of nutritional career is in store for you. You might want to consider our Allied Health program. All of the other programs are 2 years in length. Automotive Technology, that's what I consider the inside of the car, the engine, the brakes, the wiring. A new car today that's being built has more than 29 computer systems on board. So to be an automotive technician today you need a lot of training to be an automotive technician, because you also have to understand the computer systems on the cars. Business and Technology Professional, that's if you're interested in working in an office environment. You get the computer skills that you need, the communication skills that you need. And if you want to major in business in college, this would be a really good first step for you. Collision Repair Technology, that's what I consider the outside of the car. So if you get into a car accident, you learn how to pull out the dent, sand it down, repaint it, refinish it, and detail the car. Commercial Art, that's graphic design, illustration, and photography. And the whole point of the commercial art program is to develop a professional portfolio that you can take with you to get into the college art program of your choice. And a little bit later, I'm going to share with you a portfolio, a sample portfolio. We also have Construction Technology, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's carpentry, it's roofing, it's siding, it's learning how to build. Right now, at Eastern, they're building a full-scale house in our construction bay, and the construction program is working with electrical and HVAC to make it a fully functioning house. Cosmetology, that's if you're interested in hair, skincare, nails, or makeup. Those students are really, really dedicated to the program because they need to get 1,250 class hours in order to get their state licensure to be a cosmetologist, to work in a salon in Pennsylvania. So what that means is those students have to go to school their junior year of high school, their junior summer, their senior year of high school, and their senior summer in order to get those hours. But cosmetology is a really fun and exciting career path to choose. Culinary arts, that's cooking, it's baking, it's catering, it's nutrition, it's restaurant management. Electrical technology, that's the class you would take if you wanted to become a commercial or a residential electrician. Exercise science and rehabilitation, that's our newest program for next year. As a matter of fact, they're still building the program as we speak. So that's if you're interested in becoming a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, or maybe a personal fitness trainer. We also have a partnership with the Willow Grove YMCA, the brand new one, so we can do some job shadowing over there for their personal trainers and their physical therapists. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, you pay somebody a whole lot of money in the summer when your air conditioner breaks, or a whole lot of money in the winter when your heater breaks. So you can get a head start here on figuring out if that's the right kind of career for you. Networking and cybersecurity, you may have heard different large companies have had different cybersecurity breaches in recent years. Cybersecurity is so important to keep your bank accounts and your personal information safe. It's not going away, and it's a really high-paying career field. Protective services, that's police, fire, security, EMT. So if helping people, if any of those career fields sound right for you, they're very exciting career fields. You may want to check out our protective services program. Robotics and automated technology. We have a robotic arm in our state-of-the-art robotics lab that our students get to program and troubleshoot. We also have a 3D printer and various other machines that our students get to work on to prepare for a career in the robotics field. Veterinary science. If you like animals, this is definitely the place for you. We do have a grooming clinic. Right now, because of COVID, it's only open to our employees and our students, but we have a grooming clinic and a doggy daycare, so you get to work with animals all day long. We also have a partnership with an organization called Forgotten Cats, where our students get to socialize with cats, and it helps them to get adopted out. And we always get told of the adoption. So the pictures of all the cats that get adopted are up on the wall in veterinary science. Welding technology. Welding is a great hands-on program dealing with metal. Basically, anything that has steel or metal involves a welder. Bridges, furniture, cars, you name it. So it's an in-demand career field that pays very well. So those are our 16 programs that we have to offer you when you do come into high school. In 10th grade, you'll be able to come visit a few programs and help narrow down what it is that you want to do. One thing I want to tell you today is that our students can and do go to college. Many of them do go right to work, but many of them do go to college, whether it's a 2-year program or a 4-year college program or a certificate program. And a lot of them go to college with credits earned while at Eastern, because we have these agreements with colleges and universities that consider the work that you do here at Eastern college level. The next few slides here just show some of the colleges and universities where our students have gone on to continue their education. Drexel, Kutztown, Westchester, Johnson & Wales University, Gwynedd Mercy, Penn State, Penn College of Technology, which is actually a career and technical college owned by Penn State. So if you went for HVAC or you went for welding, you would actually graduate with a Penn State degree. LaSalle, Art Institute of Philadelphia, Moore College of Art and Design. Millersville, Pennsylvania College of Art and Design. Manor, Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Temple, Delaware State, Montgomery County Community College, and Bucks County Community College, just to name a few. At Eastern, we also have a student leadership organization called Skills USA. It's set up very similar to how a student council would be at your school, but our students get to compete against other career and technical students from other career and technical schools for awards and for scholarships and for medals. We also raise money every year for a specific charity. This year's charity is the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Also at Eastern, every month we have a Student of the Month selected. I just have a few as a sample here. This is our September Student of the Month, Lorraine Prager. She is from our Protective Services program and Abington High School. So as a junior in the program, she did earn the Straight A Award at our awards night that we hold every year over at Upper Moreland High School, right across the street. And her future plans are to attend Montgomery County Community College while she's working as a security guard. Then she's going to join the police academy, and her ultimate goal is to pursue a career as a naval officer. So she was able to map out her career path through our Protective Services program, and she's very successful in the program. This is our October Student of the Month, Nicole Klasky from our Commercial Art program, also from Abington Senior High School. So last year as a junior, she did receive the Straight A Award at Eastern's awards night. She was also very successful in Eastern's Skills USA customer service competition, where actually she did win first prize in the nation last year. So her future goals, she was just accepted to Penn State main campus. So she's really, really excited where she's going to major in business. Our November Student of the Month is Marcos Garcia from Automotive Technology and Happer Horsham High School. So Marcus is currently participating in a paid internship at Faulkner Infinity of Willow Grove. And last year as a junior, he was honored with the Director's Award at our awards night. And that is an award where our executive director of our school, Dr. Plesnarski, actually interviews upcoming juniors who are considered leaders in their program. So Marcus did win that award. He plans to go right into the automotive field. He wants to spend 5 years working as a technician, and he would love to remain at Faulkner where he's currently working. But eventually he'd like to study biodiesel and gain more understanding of the different types of engines and become more of a specialist in engines. Our December Student of the Month is Zachary Trowbridge from Protective Services and also Happer Horsham High School. So a really cool story. Last summer, he was visiting Gettysburg with his parents, and he witnessed a man fall to the ground. Zachary always has his EMT bag with him and a first aid kit. So he was able to check the man's vitals, which are his heartbeat, breathing rate, temperature, and blood pressure. And he was waiting there with him until the paramedics arrived. And because of the training and education he received at Eastern, he was of huge help to this man, and this family was very, very grateful. So after graduation, he plans to attend Montgomery County Community College for firefighting, and he also would like to become a paramedic. So he was able to also map out his career goals here. So for the best part of the presentation, I'd like to introduce to you some of our current students who are going to talk to you about their experiences here at Eastern, what they like about the program, and what their future goals are. And when they are done their presentations, I would love to field some questions through our chat function. Or if you are there in class with the teacher may unmute and ask the question for you. So we are going to get started here. Will, why don't you kick us off? So you're going to talk, we're using this microphone.
Hi, my name is Will Shapley, and I'm in the HVAC program. I chose this
We
program
can't hear
because-
Amy.
Okay, can you move a little closer to here?
Hi, my name is Will Shapley, and I'm in the HVAC program. I chose this program because I have interest in the field. Something I like about my program is I get hands-on experience. During the program, you earn required industry standard certifications, such as your EPA and OSHA 10 certification. After Eastern, I plan on working in my field.
So for Will, these certifications that he received, if somebody else was going for a job that didn't have those certifications, he is more valuable to the employer because while in high school, he already obtained these industry standard certifications that you need to work in the HVAC field anyway. So Will plans on continuing working in that field. And again, it's a really high paying field. You guys, you've all probably had an air conditioner break in the summer or your heater break in the winter. You are willing to pay that person a lot of money. So it's a really great field to be in. So Celia, we have another student here from commercial art.
Hi, my name is Celia Braccia. I'm from commercial art, and I was interested in this program because I've always enjoyed art as a hobby, and this program sort of explores what it would be like to have a career in commercial art, and you get to have experience in all different forms of art. Like we do photography, illustration, and graphic design. And every student has a chance to do whichever part interests them. And from this program, you can earn certifications in Adobe programs on the computer, and these include Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. And they can help you get a head start in your future because a lot of graphic design programs and careers, they use these programs a lot, and having experience in them is very helpful. And when you come here, you get to have a very professional environment, and you can work with and collaborate with a lot of students from different schools, which is a really unique experience.
Very good. So for Celia's program, as I mentioned, you put together a portfolio of all your best artwork. So I'm just going to bring one of the portfolios up. Oh, Mr. Shields is going to help me out here. So you can see here some of the artwork that students have done, and they use all different types of mediums. Celia, what is this?
This is our pastel project.
This is a pastel project, you guys. So they use pastels for this and that as well. You want to flip through and show them another? Celia, how would you explain this?
This is our practice with different color palettes and the color wheel, just basic stuff for our career.
This is practice with a color wheel and using different palettes. So it's really, really interesting stuff. They do all sorts of stuff. They do photography, graphic design, and they also do illustration. Look at that. Very cool. So this helps them to get into the college art program of their choice. So it's a really fun program that helps you get into college. So a lot of the graphic design career fields do require a good bit of post-secondary education. Thank you so much. Okay, ready?
Hi, my name is Russell, and I'm in the automotive program here at Eastern. The reason I chose this program is because I really like cars. I like working with my hands and everything like that. I really like the program because all day I pretty much get to work with cars. I get to fix them, build them, put new parts in, take old parts out, and I'm get to learn all this while I'm doing it. Another cool aspect of being here at Eastern is if something like in my car or my mom and dad's car, or anyone in my family's car breaks or something, I can bring it in and fix it myself here for a fraction of the price as it would be to take it somewhere else. Being here at Eastern, it allows me to have a next step up compared to everyone else when it comes to getting a job in the field later after high school. And even though I am here at Eastern, I still have time to run track during the spring and the winter at my home school. And after high school here at Eastern, I am planning on attending a 2-year post-secondary school so that I can further my career in the field.
Excellent, excellent. So he is always going to be able to fix his own car. Not only will he be working in the field, but he's going to save himself a ton of money just by being able to perform those repairs himself. Caleb? Our next student is Kayla. She's from Robotics and Automated Technology. Sorry, maybe you can say it again.
So hi, my name is Kayla. I am in the Robotics and Automated Technology program. I chose this program because at a young age, I always had like a fan of like building things with Legos or like mugs. It's like always something that sparked my interest. And what I enjoy so much about my program is that I get to be hands-on with things. Like as Ms. Shields was talking about the robot arm that we have in our class, I was actually one of the first students to actually get to work on it. And it's always such an amazing experience because I get to learn theory as well, learning how to work it and program as well. I am also doing a paid internship in the next few weeks. I'm actually going out. I get to build giant electrical panels for a big company to go into one of their products to make it work and test it and see all the functions properly as well. And in my school, I am also in our high school band program. So I think it's pretty easy to work with both Eastern and our high school to do what you want as well. And when I graduate, I plan to attend a 4-year college for electromechanical engineering.
Awesome. Awesome. So Kayla is in our brand new program. It's only our second year of our Robotics and Automated Technology program. It's a really cool lab. Industry standard, cutting edge equipment that she gets to work on every day. She also has a paid internship through the program. So it's definitely been a great experience for Kayla. All right, I'm going to let him introduce himself because I stole Kayla's thunder there.
Hi, my name is Owen Bowles. I'm from Springfield Township High School, and I'm in the Protective Services program. And in that program, we do everything from firefighting to police, emergency medicine, security, just like it was said before. Why I chose the program, it's good to be the first responder aspect. You're always going to be the difference for people, the first one they see. And there's always going to be work in the field. They're always looking for EMTs, police officers, firefighters. So I promise you'll never go hungry. What I like about the program, I like the course material a lot. It's definitely different than something you'd see at a high school. I like our instructor a lot. Mr. Zaslowski, he was a ex-Army colonel and New Jersey police officer, so he's definitely got a lot of stories to tell and good information. We get a lot of certifications from our programs, which I'll go over in a little bit. We also get a lot of cool tools and equipment we get to use. You see I got a whole bunch of stuff on that we get to use and know how to use them. And it's all real, kind of, some of it. The point, it's really cool, the stuff that we get to do. I like inside the class is a leadership structure for the students. We have a guy who's top and a bunch of people below him and even more below him. So it's really structured and the way it's set up. Like it was said earlier, the construction program, they build a house and all that stuff. What we get to do is at the end of the year, we'll go in with firefighting. And we'll take down the house and clear through walls. It's really cool stuff. Also, with the uniforms we wear, you definitely look more professional, so you feel more professional, and it gives off that kind of aura of knowing what you're doing. With my high school, I was one of the water polo captains for our team, which was definitely a very fun experience. And yeah, it's definitely able to manage with having Eastern and also the in-school activities. And for my future plans after high school, I'm enlisted in the Navy to be a hospital corpsman, which is like a medic, which will always be people getting hurt, so I'll always have something to do. Overall, I'd recommend coming to the school. It's definitely a different experience and something that I think people should always experience.
Awesome job. Okay, so now we're going to open it up to some questions. It looks like we already got one. A question for the art student, Celia. What college are you planning to go to? Do you plan to work for a company like Pixar, or would you like to be your own boss? Come on over.
So I haven't made a decision on college yet. I would love to stay in Philadelphia. I know like there's a lot of really good beneficial colleges there. And I'm personally am not very interested in animation as much as maybe graphic design or possibly illustration. but even if I had the chance to work at like an animation studio, that would be really, really unique. And to anyone who wants to become an animator, this program, while we don't like explore animation as much, it can be really, really helpful to come here and maybe get some similar experiences. So even if you want to do that, I totally recommend coming to commercial art for that.
Yeah, that's great. Great. So, Celia, are you a junior or a senior?
I'm a junior.
So she's a junior, so she hasn't quite yet figured out which post-secondary school she wants to go to, but as she mentioned, in her field it is kind of important, and most of the students in commercial art do go to some form of post-secondary. Can students study business and art while at Eastern? Excellent question. The answer, unfortunately, is no. Our programs are built on 2 years, other than our allied health program. So the curriculum is built on 2 years. So if you chose commercial art, you would go for the full 2 years. We do have a business and technology professional program. Have students switched, like gone to, for example, commercial art for 1 year and then business the second year? Yes, they have. It's not necessarily what we would recommend because we want you to get the most out of the program. But it definitely has happened. You know, sometimes it's valuable also to find out what you don't want to do before you go to college, saving yourself some time and money. Okay? Any programs that have the teach skills necessary to fix phones? I'm going to say I don't have a student here for electrical technology, but I'm going to guess that electrical technology. What about your program, Kayla? No. I would say the electrical technology program would be the best fit for that, but it's not a direct fit. It would be transferable skills. Does the protective services program study forensics? Come on over.
Yeah, we do. We actually just finished doing fingerprinting, so lifting and all that. We're actually doing crime scene photography right now. And when it comes to the forensics, our teacher right now, Mr. Zaslowski, he was a New Jersey police detective. So forensics was all his type of stuff. So he's really passionate about the forensics, the photography, all that type of stuff. He spent so much of his own money on the equipment that we use, so it's really cool that we get to do it.
Yeah, very good. You might as well stay here though, because the next question is, and if any of you guys want to join in on this, the next two questions basically say, do any of the classes interfere with sports at your participating school?
I'd say not. I mean, sometimes, usually when you're in the afternoon program, you have to leave early to go to certain, like, farther away schools. But if you go in the morning, it usually wouldn't interfere with it in any way. Not that I've noticed. I played water polo for 2 years since I've been here, so it hasn't really caused any problems that I can think of.
Anybody else? Will, what about you?
Oh yeah, I play football, and it didn't interfere. You just gotta make sure you go to the morning session.
All right, excellent. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Dental, very good question. Not necessarily. There was a time where a former teacher was able to set up an allied health student with a dental internship, but that's really not a part of the program. That is actually a different kind of program, but that was a really, really good question. How long does it take to make the art portfolio?
So you usually it'll take about the whole time you're at Eastern. It'll take about two years to make like a solid art portfolio. But a lot of colleges have very like varying requirements for a portfolio, so you might not need a lot of material, but it can be really helpful to have a lot of variety in your portfolio. So yeah, about 2 years, but like honestly, 1 year could be enough, but it's always good to have more.
Yeah, it's really a showcase of all of your best work and like a variety of different types of work. So really, it would be best to kind of, as you're finishing up your senior year, you have a lot more than you would, for example, finishing up your junior year. So it could take the full 2 years. This is another, you guys are asking such good questions. Thank you so much. If you are doing the Allied Health Program in your senior year, can you do a different program in your junior year? Yeah, you can. Again, we don't recommend it because we want you to get the most out of a program. So, but have students, for example, have students in the past taken the veterinary science program their junior year and then realized it's really human medicine that they want to get into, and then enrolled in the Allied Health Program. Yes, that has happened, but we absolutely our first priority is you getting the most out of the program, because you guys, your school, when they send you to Eastern, they are investing in you. They truly are investing in you because, for example, if a student wanted to come here but didn't go to one of your schools, the tuition is something like $18,000. So think about that. This is getting you ready for a career and getting you ready for college. They're really investing in you. So yes, it has happened. That's my long answer to the short question. It has happened, but we don't necessarily recommend it. Wow, that is great. Does cosmetology cover mortuary cosmetology? Not specifically, no. I know that is also a post-secondary program. I'm going to say that you probably would get somewhat of a head start in our cosmetology program, but it's not something that they specifically address. Can you describe the daily schedule for an Eastern student? Well, again, we have 8 different school districts that filter in here, so they're all a little bit different. But I'm wondering if somebody would you be able to kind of go through your day? Come up here.
Yeah, so my day, we come in at 7:45, 7:45, and it depends each day, but we spend anywhere from like 15, 20 to like maybe 45 an hour in our theory room and like on a computer with our teacher in the front kind of explaining things going through. And then after that, for the rest, like the next hour and a half of the time, we were in the shop, like either doing what he taught us or like working on a project from another day, or anyway. So like most of the time we are in the shop, and then there's a little bit of theory in the beginning.
So I would say, and correct me if I'm wrong, I would say our programs are 75% hands-on. So there's always going to be theory involved, especially when you're using equipment. So every single one of our programs does have theory. Yes, all of our programs are extremely hands-on though. We do have 2 sessions. So your school would help you determine which session would work for you. Some schools only send students in the AM, some only send them in the PM. So our program runs in the morning from 7:45 to 10:30 AM, or in the afternoon from noon to 2:45 PM. And your guidance counselors work very closely with us here to help figure out which schedule would work best for you. Are there any extra out-of-pocket costs associated with attending Eastern? You know, there are. There are some fees especially when it comes to equipment. So I'm going to say Will. Will has to, what you can see him wearing a green Eastern shirt. This is a shirt that is required. For you, Celia, did you have to make any purchases?
Yeah, just for like materials, like a physical
A portfolio. She had to purchase a portfolio. Now you had to buy steel-toed boots for automotive. And I think that any other requirements for your program?
I mean, you have to wear like work pants, like jeans or like dickies, but I mean.
You have to wear work pants, either jeans or something like that when you're in the automotive program. You can see Owen. He's got the full police. Yeah, come show off. He had to purchase this uniform, which is very similar to a police officer uniform. 2 days a week in his program, they also have to do physical training. So we had to purchase like a specific.
Yeah, we bought the way they do PT here is everyone looks the same. Everyone wears a black T-shirt and black shorts, and the shoes and socks are kind of up to you. But they like to keep it standard for everyone, so no one's more special than anyone else. You all wear the same thing. It just helps when everyone looks the same, because I mean, there's no division really. It's all, oh, I get to wear that, I get to wear that.
Right.
That's the same.
And many of our programs do have a shirt that you would need to purchase to help you, for people to know you are part of that program. I would say that the most important, or not the most important, but the most expensive fees of all of our programs would probably be the cosmetology kit that the cosmetology students need to purchase, and that runs between $500 and $600. But let me tell you this: if you decided after high school that you wanted to become a cosmetologist, you would be paying anywhere between $14,000 to $20,000 at Jean Madeline or Lansdale School of Cosmetology, where you're just paying for a $500 or $600 kit here for the same education and for the same hours necessary to get your license for cosmetology in Pennsylvania. Also, welding technology here at Eastern, you do have to purchase a lot of fire protecting equipment as well as a helmet and gloves. So that can run up to about $200, $250. So the fees are really more for your equipment that you use and that you keep. I hope that answered your question. Okay, for culinary arts, do you get to learn how to cook and manage a restaurant at the same time? So I don't have a culinary arts student with me here, but I can tell you they do. It is really not just about cooking and baking, but it's also about the behind the scenes that you need for a restaurant. These students, they actually get their Serve Safe certification, which you are required to have to work in any commercial restaurant. They also they cater various meals throughout the year, so they do learn restaurant management and catering on top of cooking and baking, and even a little bit of nutrition. So it's a really comprehensive, fun program. Okay, what would a carpentry class look like? That is a good question. They use all of the saws that you would see on any sort of construction site. They use all of the same equipment that construction sites use. Our construction technology program is in the same area as HVAC and electrical. And as I mentioned, they're building a full-scale house there right now. So they learn all of the elements of carpentry in that program. Wow, do local businesses scout students at Eastern for future employment? Yes. I feel like we get emails and calls from employers at least 5 times a week, which is a really, really great opportunity for our students because as Kayla does, she does a paid internship for her program. And we are always looking for paid internships for our students, always. So we're really, really lucky that we're right there on Sherwood Road. We're very visible. People know what we do here and know that the quality education that our students get. And so, yeah, we definitely get scouted by local businesses. Does your school pay for you to be a part of the Eastern program? If yes, what are the standards for you to remain in the program? Great question, Christina. Yeah, your school definitely does. As I mentioned, they are investing a great deal in you when they send you to Eastern. So what they're looking for when you're in high school is they're looking for good grades and good attendance. You know, attendance, I know right now it's really, really difficult to have good attendance because we have to be so mindful of what we're dealing with every day. But if you do miss an Eastern class, it is 2 hours and 45 minutes that you're missing. Especially this year and last year, our teachers are really, really working with our students to get them caught up so they don't have to worry about that. But guys, good grades they're really important because again, it is a lot of money that your school invests in you when they send you to Eastern. Do Eastern students have homework? Sometimes. Now, it's a little bit harder for, say, welding than it is for commercial art to have homework. Do you guys want to weigh in on that?
Sure. In protective services, you don't normally get homework.
Come over here.
Sometimes it's just like take-home projects. Like right now, he's assigned for us to make a search warrant So he taught us how to make a search warrant, how to apply for it. So now we take our papers and stuff home, and we're going to get a search warrant for our own house and bring that in and just show off that we know how to do it. So sometimes it's like take home work, and other time we did a like a full sketch of your house, like floor plans for a crime scene investigation. Just all that type of stuff that you kind of can't do at the school, but you're still capable of doing it at home because you know how to do it.
Excellent. Russell, what would homework look like in automotive?
So we don't really get any like homework, but sometimes if you don't finish something in class, like even though we were given enough time to, but you like didn't get it done, then sometimes you might have to take it home, but really we don't get much homework at all.
Yeah, so I think the consensus here is that there's not a lot of homework. There are certain occasions when you get homework. Okay, does the digital photography program teach photo editing and movie special effects? Photo editing, absolutely. I don't know about the movie special effects. No. They are related and the skills are transferable, but it's not specifically movie special effects. Great question though to Stephanie. Christopher Trunk. Do the credits count if you go to a college in a different state? It really just depends. It depends on the college. If you look, I don't know if you've ever heard of the SOAR website, which it's a website where you can put in the year that you graduate and the program you're in, and it will give you all of the colleges that you can get advanced credit in. I can send that to our guidance counselors that are on here, and students can take a look at it. It's usually Pennsylvania colleges that I'm aware of, so I'm not really sure about a different state. Although, for example, HVAC, they have a college articulation agreement with University of Northwestern Ohio. So there are certain schools that absolutely will take our credits or give us advanced credits. What would I need to purchase to be part of the carpentry program? They all very similar to what we have here. They have a specific shirt that they wear, steel-toed boots, work pants, and I think that's about it for them. You know. Let's see. How do grades work throughout the different programs? Well, I can tell you that each day you have up to 10 points that you can get. Actually, Mr. Shields is was an instructional aide. Maybe you can talk a little bit about how the grades work. All right. There you go.
Hi, everybody. So, yes, in each program there's a daily employability grade, which is a scale of 10. So your average start off is at an 8. If you do over and above work, you get a 9 or a 10. And if some of the teachers start docking points if you don't have your proper uniform on or if you've been goofing off in class. So that's part of it. That's 1/3. Another third is your theoretical knowledge. So they test you on the book work that you do, how much of the theory behind what you're actually doing you understand, your tests, your quizzes, etc. And then the third part of the grading component is your actual hands-on work, how good you are at actually doing the tasks that you were assigned. So I used to work in welding, and one of the big things was, we needed to see how the weld matched for an inspection. And if it was a good weld, you got a good grade. So all the programs do it on those 3 components.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Glad we had a teacher in here. That was all of these questions are so great. Thank you guys so much. So in culinary arts, do they make lunch for the students?
I wish.
So no. Do the culinary arts students get to eat their own food? Yes, occasionally, but they don't actually make lunches for the rest of the student population. Awesome. We wish they did, right? Yeah, that'd be great. For the vet science course, you learn to take care of small animals like guinea pigs and rats. Yes, we are specifically a small animal program. So do they learn about larger animals and do they learn about aquatic animals? Yes, but we are a small animal science program. So yes, guinea pigs and rats included. Absolutely. What type of internships are available for the, you might as well just move over here.
Yeah, there you go.
What types of internships are available for the protective services program?
So when it comes to protective services, it's pretty hard to get internships for it because you need to be like a certain age or have certain certifications before you can actually be in that job. Like you need to be 21 to be a police officer. You need to be 18 to be a EMT. Which is something I just kind of forgot to say earlier. With our class, we actually are working on getting our Firefighter 1 certifications through Bucks County Community College, which, I mean, that means we wouldn't have to go to the community college to get the course. So, I mean, you could kind of say that as going straight into the firefighting field, since you can go in as a volunteer, which is a big help. But internships for like EMS, police, security, it's a little harder to get since you need to have certain requirements.
Yes. So it might be easier to get a paid internship in, say, robotics and automated technology or HVAC or construction. But because of those age requirements, that does make it difficult. Let's see, what classes at high school am I missing? And which do I still take at my home high school? Great question, Maria. So the credits that you get at Eastern, they're all of your elective credits. So it is best to let your guidance counselor know as soon as you realize that you're interested in pursuing an Eastern program, because it's all of your elective credits. Your elective credits, but in a professional development type live work situation. So you would take just your Eastern class here, your protective services, your HVAC, your commercial art, and at your home school you would take your math, your science, your history, any type of physical education, that sort of thing. Can a student do protective services in junior year and allied health in their senior year? It has happened. I know specifically of a student who joined protective services a couple years back, and what he really loved about the program was the EMT portion and the medic portion. And his senior year, he did move to the allied health program. Again, do we recommend it? No. Does it happen? Yes, of course it does, because your career goals change. We're all human. How does transportation to campus work? Are students required to figure it out on their own? No. Every single one of our school districts provide bus transportation to Eastern. We are owned and operated by your school. So we are part of your school. We're just located somewhere else. Great question, Christina. I imagine some of the fields are in very high demand. Is there an application acceptance program due to the limited seats? You are right. We have, last year in particular, we had waiting lists for almost every single one of our programs. Our students, if they let their guidance counselor know early that they're interested and they submit their enrollment on time, they do get priority. The schools, the high schools, do tell us who gets a seat in the program. So what they do is they provide us with kind of like a numbered list of who gets in first. And of course, they're probably going by grades. In the past, they've gone by attendance, just passion for that career. Are you involved in things that are already related to the career? Will you be successful? Those are the types of things that your guidance counselor is going to look for. How many students are accepted to each program? Great question, Dan. It's different for each program. Networking and cybersecurity, there's 18 stations, so there's 18 in the morning, 18 in the afternoon. For allied health, we did actually open a second section of that, but so it's 30 in the morning, 30 in the afternoon. Welding is 24. No, 18 in the morning, 18 in the afternoon. But we are expanding to 20 for next year. So it is different for each program. I'm going to say there's an average of 20 per program, per session. Yeah, I'd say there's an average of about 20. So 20 in the AM, 20 in the PM. So I hope I... Okay. Is Eastern, I'm so sorry, is Eastern associated or partnered with any HBCUs? You know, not that I'm aware of, Patrick. Not specifically that I'm aware of. But if you email me, and I'm going to put my email down here, and this is for anybody. I know we're getting close on time here, but I want to put my email in here. If you guys think of anything later, or you want me to research it, because I may not know, I don't know everything. I pretend to, but I don't know everything. So I want you to feel free to reach out to me and remind me of your question if I missed it, or to research it, ask my boss. So, so Patrick, I put my email in there because I'm going to look into that for you. Thank you. How long do the classes last? Are the classes all year long? Christopher. Yes, they are. They're 2 hours and 45 minutes a day, Monday through Friday, all year, the whole school year. It's the school year long, September through June. You have, let me see, you have so many new programs in the last few years. Are you adding any more in the future? Oh my gosh, Maria, thank you. Yeah, our exercise science and rehabilitation program will start next year, which is really exciting. And I am not aware of anything else in the upcoming year or two. But I will definitely, I will research that one further as well. We kind of look at what kind of jobs are needed in our area, and that's how our joint operating committee and our advisory committees kind of determine what programs we will open next. Is that it? Oh, does the business program teach about real estate? If not, is there another program that does? Mr. Kleinman, not specifically real estate. They do accounting, they do computers, they do presentations, but not necessarily real estate. Is there another program that does? Not at this time. Hey, maybe that's a good one, right? Maybe that's a good one for an upcoming program. You guys, that's about it for us on time. I really want to thank all of you. I loved the question and answer period. I think you guys are so smart and so creative, and I appreciate you taking the time to spend your morning with us and find out more about our program. Now, I hope that you guys will remember this and come visit us when you're in 10th grade. And thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend. It's a long weekend. You're welcome, Mrs. Nutter. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you all. Good job.
Thank you, guys. Great job.
Very nice.
You're welcome, Mary. I'm smiling at you, Maria. You just can't tell. Christine. All right. Thank you, guys.